Good afternoon. My name is Ben Schuldener, and this is probably the most proud day of my 2.5 years as superintendent. When I came to Lansing, I met incredible people, wonderful educators, wonderful family members, wonderful students, and they cared deeply about their school district. But what we saw was a school district that had a graduation rate of 62%. What we saw was a school district that was still suffering from the ravages of COVID. And what we saw was a district that over decades hadn't been fulfilling its potential. And today, after 2 years of incredible change, incredible growth, incredible hard work, we have some incredibly exciting news to share. And I want to be very clear, none of this happens in isolation. What we're going to talk about today happens because our families believe in us, our students believe in us, our teachers, our educators, our principals believe in us. And so today what we can say is that we are telling the community that we have the highest graduation rate in the history of the Lansing public school system. It is the first time that we have broken 70%. It's the first time we have broken 75%. And not only has our graduation numbers gone up in ways that we have never seen before, our dropout numbers have gone down in ways that we've never seen before. And to put some perspective in that, last year our graduation rate did go up, but our dropout rate went down only a little bit, which meant that we were graduating more students, but we were losing some of our students who were dropping out. This year, our dropout rate is below 10%. That's never happened in Lansing. And what that means is even when kids aren't making it all the way through in 4 years, they're staying with us. They're being part of our education. And that's what today is about, is that we as a district are creating a place where children want to learn, they want to be, and where they will succeed. So, some more numbers to put this in perspective. In just 2 years, the graduation rate has gone up by 14.27%. The dropout rate has gone down by 8.73%. The graduation rate of 76.37, as I said, is the highest on record for a 4-year graduation rate for Lansing. But there's more. Is that if you look from 2015 till COVID, or 2015 till 2021, that 5-6 year stretch, the district had plateaued. And just to know that from 2015 to 2021, the district's graduation rate went up less than 1%. But in 2 years, we were able to raise the graduation rate by more than 14%. And what does that say? That says that our kids can do it, our faculty can do it, our families can do it, and the Lansing School District is incredibly strong. We have been able to do something special, and it's because of the community. But there are some very specific people that I want to thank. And there's specific people that I want to bring up so that they can tell you about what they've done. This never happens in a vacuum. One of the things that this school district created when we got here was to create graduation specialists, people whose one job is to make sure that kids graduate. So we created district graduation specialists and we created school-based graduation specialists, and you're going to hear from them. We also, of course, have incredible high school principals who, with their love and devotion and hard work, have been able to make something really special. But there's a group of people that usually go unsung, and that's the school board. I have bosses. I have 9 of them. They're awesome. And it's because of their leadership and their belief that things could get so great that we've been able to be here today. And so I want to invite up the board president, Rachel Willis, to say a couple of words, and then I'll come back to introduce some of the pedagogues. But this happens because all of us are pulling together. a school board, a superintendent, principals, teachers, educators, students, families. It's a family affair, it's something really special, and that's what makes Lansing so great. So President Willis, I'd like to come up.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that introduction, Ben, and the recognition of all the hard work and the appreciation and nod for the school board. I would joke that I didn't pay Ben to say that, except I literally do pay Ben, so maybe I did pay him to say that. I'm just kidding. I'm Rachel Willis. I'm the president of Lansing School District Board of Education. I graduated from Lansing School District in 2006 and then came to serve on the board after being elected in 2011. It is now 2024, and this is one of the proudest moments I've had as a member of the Board of Education and as an alum of the school district. To see us hit this watermark of graduation is no small feat, but as the superintendent mentioned, it's because of all of the hard work and dedication. We have dedicated staff and teachers and teams that have pulled together to make sure that we are lifting and supporting all of our students. And we have students that have continued to rise and push and achieve great things. I am so incredibly proud of the work that we are doing in the Lansing School District. I was so excited when this information was able to be released and that we could share this moment. 76%, it's great. We know it can be higher. But we need to stop and pause and take an opportunity to recognize all of the hard work that got us to this point. I'm really thankful for the team that's here and all of the leadership that has happened under our Superintendent Schuldiner, along with my colleagues on the Board of Education that have helped us achieve this moment. So I sincerely appreciate having this opportunity to stand in front of you all today and say a few words. And I'm going to turn it back over to our superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you. It is really always amazing to have such a wonderful boss and wonderful colleague. And I also want to make mention that Dr. Nino Rodriguez is in the audience. His stewardship of this district in many, many capacities over many years has been terrific. But again, this work doesn't happen in isolation. I mentioned that we created a group of people called graduation specialists. Their job was one thing: help our children graduate. We know that systems and structures of school districts don't always get kids to succeed. There's a lot of roadblocks, but having an adult, one adult, two adults, three adults come into the district and help our students succeed has really shown that it's about relationships, it's about support, and it's about love of our children, because we know that our children can do it. So I want to introduce Anna DiPonio, who is the district director of assessment, but started with the program as a graduation specialist, and she has some words to talk about the great work that we've been able to do today. So Anna?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. As Ben mentioned, my name is Anna DiPonio. I'm the Director of Assessment and Evaluation, and I also deal with graduation support. And I started a couple years ago as a school building graduation support specialist, and then I went into a district graduation support specialist, and now I'm here at the district as a director. It's with great enthusiasm today that I stand in front of you to celebrate our outstanding graduation rates for 2023. I guess it's not behind me. There is a chart that goes over our graduation rates since the year 2015. So for the past about 7 years, our graduation rate has been pretty stagnant in about the mid 60th percentile. And as throughout since 2015. And then in 21-22, they did increase a little bit, but then we saw a significant increase in 22-23. And that's due to our community stakeholders, our wonderful families, our students, our dedicated staff, and our administrators, a lot of whom are with us today. We have been diligent in incorporating supports within our high schools. And in just a moment, I'm going to introduce a colleague of mine, and she's going to discuss those supports a little bit further. For 2023, our graduation rate increase, as Ben said, over 70%. It actually hit 76.37%, something that we have not seen before. We also were able to decrease our dropout rate into single digits. Our dropout rate for 2023 is 8.62%. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that this was a much collaboration between our families, our dedicated educators, our administrators, and our community stakeholders. We have a wonderful community that was completely invested in getting this done. Today is truly a celebration of collaboration among everyone. So without further ado, I want to introduce a colleague, Ms. Dori Moore. She is our district grad support specialist, and she is going to talk to you about the supports that we have put in place to get this accomplished. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As Anna mentioned, I'm the district graduation specialist, and I'm very proud to say that we've had an outstanding support from the community. And outreach and support is amazing, what we're getting from local community groups and organizations, and the ongoing efforts that they are providing with tutoring and mentoring our schools, both in school and after school, is amazing. Our students benefit from having very enthusiastic and passionate people encourage them to push through barriers to find success and achieve success as well. So we're very proud of our groups and very proud of the work that's being done in our schools through them to encourage our students to stay in school and really push through some of those obstacles. I'm going to pass it back to Ben.
Thank you. So, of course, you've got Anna and Dori, and we also want to make mention of Samantha, our newest district graduation specialist. Those are folks that work at the district level that help support all of our children. But then, of course, we have our individual schools. And we have three incredible principals behind us that I want to make sure if they want to speak, I'd love them to speak. If they don't, it is up to them. But I want to say a special thanks to the great Dan Bogan, who is the principal of Sexton, the great principal of Everett, that is Amy Boyles, and of course a man who needs no introduction, the great Marcel Carruthers, who is the principal of Eastern. The three of them have been incredible stewards of our large high schools, and you can see how much has changed in just 2 years. So if any of you want to come up and say anything, you sure? I mean, you know, that just shows you how humble and amazing they are. I also want to make mention of two people who are in the audience, and I have no idea why they're in the audience. They can absolutely be up here with us, and that's VJ and Tia. I want to try to get everybody to understand this. Tia and VJ are part of a group of incredible educators at Everett who have done so much for our children. The two of you and Pac and everybody has been just tremendous. This is a role that we kind of made up, and you said, we're going to do this as a team. And the fact that you're both here today representing all of your colleagues, I just want to say thank you to the two of you. You've really done incredible. So that's how this works, right? You have district folks, you have school folks, and then you have, of course, people in the classroom with the children. So at that point, I'm going to have some closing remarks, but I want to also make mention of a couple of other people who deserve some credit. Again, two people that should probably be standing here, but they're always at the press conferences, and I appreciate they don't necessarily want to be here, is that you've got the two amazing deputy superintendents. So Jessica Benavides and Sergio Keck, people who have spent multiple decades in this district, who have seen this district through ups and downs, and their incredible work running our special populations departments and our schools departments because of their work that we're able to celebrate today. And then also behind me is Mitch Falk, Foster, who's the director, senior director of high schools. He helps to supervise all of the high schools in the district. And you also have Nate Gatlin, who is a new person to the high school world for us, but is really quite special because Nate is the director of alternative ed. So not only do we have high schools, but we also have other schools that help support students that maybe need a different kind of education. And it's because of the alternative ed program coupled with our traditional high schools that we're able to get such high numbers today. So is there anybody that wants to say anything? Yeah, of course, Mitch.
Well, since you're saying names, also, so Tia and VJ, great for being here. I want to also call James Woodfork at Sexton, graduation specialist, and Lindsay Robinson at Eastern. Well, she is here. Oh, I'm sorry. Lindsay's here. Yeah, I didn't see her in the back. Yeah. The second thing I'll say, I think I can say this. Huge step for us as a district. Very big step to celebrate, but just a beginning. Just a beginning.
So with that, the closing remarks are exactly the way we opened it. Today is a day that all of Lansing can be proud of. We have the highest graduation rate on record. The first time that we're over 70%, the first time we're over 75%. We have the lowest dropout rate on record, the first time that we're in single digits. This does not happen in a vacuum. It doesn't happen alone. It happens because everybody who cares about our children is pulling in the right direction. But as President Willis and Senior Director Foster said, this is just the beginning. And my one appeal to everybody listening is Lansing is back. Send your kids to the Lansing School District. If you live in Lansing, come back if you've left. If you don't live in Lansing, come move to Lansing. Come send your kids to Lansing. This is just the beginning. 14 points in 2 years. That is extraordinary. But we are going to do even better, and it's because of everybody's help behind me and everybody's help in this community. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for believing in us, and thank you for being part of this incredible journey to get us today. Thank you.